back, everybody, to another episode. We are here with our new Limken. I believe it's a 6-meter cultivator, but probably gonna take us a little bit of time to get this field cultivated. So I'm just gonna go ahead and jump right into it, and yeah, we're gonna work on this first. This is what we got to get done here today, and get the grass field fertilized, and then we're going to look into maybe doing some contract work if there's anything out there that we can get into. After that, we'll be pretty kicked back until September when it's time to plant, but I would like to do some contract work here in August so that we don't have to. I don't want to lease a seeder, because that is something that we're going to need, frequently. So I'd like to get to the point where we could buy a seeder instead of just leasing one and then having to return it, constantly doing that. So it's something that we are definitely going to need more often than not. The harvester is one thing. We'll continue to lease harvesters until we have enough influx of spare cash to be able to buy our own. But for the time being, there's no sense in wasting money. Harvester is a big purchase, so lease prices aren't too bad on those. We'll just continue to lease that until we're feeling pretty comfortable. We still do not have a loan, so we could always take a loan if we need it. Just trying to avoid that if possible, but I'm not against it. So we will. I think I'm gonna hit 2, maybe 3 headlands down here. Not sure. Might just hit 2. Shouldn't need a whole lot of room to turn around. Once we get where we're ready for our up and down rows, we'll get our GPS turned on, and then we should be in pretty good shape. We'll actually be able to roll through this fairly quickly. So I actually might hit 3 up here just because of how narrow this implement is, and the fact that it's not on a trailer. It'd be easier to turn around with 3 headlands down here. So I think that's the plan. But as far as this episode goes, I don't know how long it's actually gonna run. I'm thinking probably get through soybean harvest on this, and could possibly take us into winter. Just kind of depends. We don't really have a whole lot to do other than plant this field, get this field prepped. We're gonna have some grass work in between, but I don't know that. I'm sure you guys get bored with grass work. Let me know in the comments down below of this video. Let me know, do you enjoy seeing me do more work? Do you like the time lapse? Do you want me to slow some things down? Usually the main reason I do the time lapse is because I find it hard to talk continuously without starting to repeat myself. Once I start repeating myself, I usually just kind of throw it into a time lapse. That way I'm not being boring for you guys. But if you want me to do more stuff in real time, I can. If you want me to do more time lapses, I can do that. If you want me to do more stuff off camera and just kind of maybe speed this series up for you guys and start rolling through it, especially since we're just a few short months away from what's going to be the end of the end of it, and the start of something new in the next iteration of the game. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. I'll definitely, I read all the comments, so whatever you guys want to see more or less of, I'll try to get that taken care of. That way, you know, I want to try to please everybody as much as possible. So yeah, with that being said, go ahead and knock this out here. Hit another time lapse, probably on the long rows. Actually think with GPS, honestly, I missed a little spot there. I don't want to do that. I want to definitely hit everything in this field. But with GPS, we can skip. I'm doing it again. So I need to hang over a little bit here. There we go. That'll work. Back this up. I'll do the same thing. I'll go up and back. That'll give us 3 headlands on each side, and then we can start here at the bottom, skip every other row, and work our way up and back down. Might be the way to do this. And then yeah, so nice thing with the GPS is we can skip every other row, keep it straight, and not be, you know, misaligning anything. I'm hoping we get this field done today. It is already 4 o'clock in the evening, so try to get as much of this done as possible. If we have to work into the dark, we can. That way we still have time to fertilize before September, when we need to be planting. Like I said, barley, I believe it's barley. Barley goes in September and October, but if we put it in October, it's probably not going to be ready to harvest by the time it's too late to get soybeans in the ground. So if we get it in September, we'll have exactly 1 month to harvest and get soybeans in all at the same time. And that's the plan. That'll be a busy month as far as getting everything off the field, and then back, you know, getting the field work and back into the field to be able to really maximize our profits and get a double crop next year. So I'm going to toss you guys into a time lapse now and see how much of this field we can knock out. Alright, decided to work into the night a little bit here. It's about 8 o'clock. It's a little dark, but we got it wrapped up. That field's ready to be planted. Yeah, so it was worth it. I'm just gonna pull this. We'll run it back up because our truck's up at the shed. So we'll just take this back up to the shed and grab the truck, come back down, and tomorrow we'll get our fertilizer spreader hooked back up, and we'll have to go get some fertilizer for it to be able to fertilize our grass field, and then we'll start looking into planters. I'm hoping, keep hoping that something comes up in the used market at the shop, but nothing yet. So we'll just kind of have to see how things go. Like I said, I do want to buy one. I don't want to lease one. So if we have to take out a loan to be able to get a planter, we'll do what we have to do. But for now, I'm just kind of in a waiting pattern. Figure out. I missed the turn. Luckily, it's pretty level here. We can jump in wherever. I gotta remember that field entrance is in the middle of the field there. I think we're just gonna back this in for now and leave it. We'll just put it down. Call it a night, and I will catch up with you guys in the morning. Good morning, welcome back. We're just pulling in with our load of fertilizer grass field, and we're gonna go ahead and get that started right now. We have GPS on, even though it probably shouldn't take a whole lot of passes here, but while we got it, might as well use it just to keep us where we need to be. And this shouldn't take but maybe 3 passes at most. Obviously the fertilizer width on this spreader, it'll sling fertilizer a lot longer than it'll do the lime, but try to get this knocked out first thing here this morning, and then take a look and make some calls and see if anybody has anything that they need worked on. But yeah, we're just gonna hit this real quick. Probably leave the fertilizer in here so that next month when we plant our barley, that we'll be ready to go on fertilizer, and then we can switch back over to lime once we get the soybeans off in the fall. But yeah, we're in pretty good shape here. Spin this around here. Missed a little bit of that corner, but it actually looks like this is almost perfectly 3 passes. That little bit of the corner is not going to hurt anything. Yeah, this is actually pretty simple. Using up a little more fertilizer than we did lime, but not the end of the world. It's a little bit cheaper, but this field has absolutely no nitrogen in it at all. We will get this finished up, and we can turn it off. all done with that. I'll make some phone calls here real quick and see what kind of contracts we have hanging around. All right. So called a couple people, and we actually have a one of the neighbors up north that said that they'd pay us for their wheat harvest, and they said all the equipment is at the shop, just to grab it. The shop knows we're coming, and we just grab whatever we need, and we'll be good. So I'm going to head up here to the shop and pick it up. I believe it's a case harvester, and I think he has actually a JCB Fast Track with kind of a similar grain trailer to what we have. It's this field up here on the end, so it's not too far from the shop, so we don't have to travel very far. The grain's going to the water mill. But yeah, it's this wheat field here, so we can probably knock this out pretty quickly here today. That's the plan anyway. All this field here on the right, nice easy entrance. Go up here and see what we got. I see the equipment sitting, so oh yeah, oh, that's a fairly new case harvester too. Oh yeah, some good stuff here. It's I don't even think we're gonna mess with the header trailer. I think we're just gonna go ahead. We're just gonna go ahead up. Hopefully not hit a whole lot of traffic. Nobody coming this way. Nobody coming this way, and hopefully we get lucky and don't run into anybody. That guy's turning, so that works out for us. Which way is this guy going? Alright, this traffic's working out great for us right now. Let's see what we got here. Nobody coming. Look at that. All works out great for us. So we need to get this unfolded. Let's see if we're putting a straw swath down. We are. We're going to put the straw swath down. He didn't specify if he wanted it or not, but we'll put it down just so he doesn't have to rake up any straw if he decides that he wants it. Wheat's in pretty good shape, but we see how much of this we can knock out here and get this contract finished up. It's not paying a whole lot. I think it's like $7,000, but he has a quota for the grain, so anything that gets made extra than the quota, the excess cash will go to us. So that is the nice thing. Let's see here. Spin this around. This is a decent sized field. It's not crazy massive, but it's should get a decent crop off of it at least. we will knock this out here. I'll throw you guys into a time lapse and enjoy. Welcome back. I had some issues with my camera, so you did not get a time lapse of me finishing up harvest, but we are done. We delivered all the grain to the windmill, or watermill, sorry, not windmill, watermill. We delivered all the grain, and we got about $5,000 from the excess grain. And now we took all the equipment, the combine, the tractor, and the cart, or the grain trailer, back to the shop, and I called the owner of the field that asked me to do this for him and told him that we spread the straw in windrows for him because he never specified, and he said that he wanted us to broadcast the straw out and not windrow it. So he asked if we would get the straw off of the field for him, and I said yeah. And obviously I asked him if he wanted it, and he said no, that he had no need for it. He just wanted it broadcasted out so that you know, he didn't have to deal with it. He didn't need the straw. He's just a grain farmer. So here we are. We're gonna bale this straw up, and we're gonna sell this for our own profit because he doesn't want it. So since I messed the time lapse up for you on the or not messed it up, but since my battery died and I didn't get it recorded, I'll get you a time lapse on this and see how many straw bales we can make, and see what kind of profit they're worth, if they're worth selling now. If not, maybe we'll just transport them all back up to the barn and keep them for a little while. So throw you guys into a time lapse, and we'll knock this out pretty quickly. Well, not pretty quickly. It's about 4:45 in the afternoon, so I am definitely gonna at least knock this out tonight. If we don't pick the bales up, we'll come get them in the morning, and tomorrow will be time to plant. And I've been in talks with the shop on a planter to see if they get anything in on the used market, they're gonna call me. If they don't, I have an idea of which one that we're actually gonna be going with. So yeah, we'll kick into a time lapse here and see how long it takes to get this done, and if we have time to pick bales up tonight, or if we're gonna end up having to wait until tomorrow. But I'll talk to you guys when we're done. All right, that's gonna wrap up baling. We're gonna finish this up here, and we're done. Spit this last bale here out, get her folded up, and we are going to head back to the barn, put the baler away, we'll leave the tractor sit there. We're gonna need that to pick these bales up tomorrow morning. But yeah, we're gonna call it a night here, head back to the house, sleep, pick these bales up first thing in the morning, and hopefully our planter is here and ready to go. And yeah, so get all this put away, and I will see you guys in the morning. All right, good morning, everybody. We have 3 bales left that wouldn't fit on our trailer to go sell, and I actually thought about keeping the bales until it started raining, and the bales got wet overnight here in early September. So we decided, screw it, we'll just sell them. But these 3 didn't fit on the trailer to take down, and it wasn't worth running the trailer again. So I actually had the guy that we leased the field from, he picked us up after we dropped our trailer off back over here at the barn. He came and picked us up while so we could run back over and grab the loader that was over there from loading the trailer and the last 3 bales. I'm actually going to cut in right here and try not to lose these top 2. These top 2 are... actually need to probably square these up a little bit. We definitely need to put them inside, so let's see if I can... oh, well, that works. Is there any chance that I can get these to stand up at the same time? No way. Actually did not think that would work. Sit that down and grab them up. I guess we'll just sneak these here in the back of the shed somewhere for now. Kind of get them out of the way. There we go. Spin this around, and I don't think there's much really to do until the rain stops. I'm kind of hoping it stops soon, but you know, for the time being, we're just gonna have to wait out the rain and see what happens. I'm not sure how far along it is, but I'm gonna check the radar, and I'll get back with you guys here very shortly. Welcome back, everybody. As you can see, we are in September 2. It pretty much rained all day yesterday. We had no time to get anything done, but we have our brand new Limken cedar. It's actually pretty nice cedar, and as you can see, as we start to unfold it here, it is fairly wide as well, so that's nice. We only have 5,000 liters of seed. I'm kind of hoping that's enough. I didn't order an extra pallet because I still have the bale spears on, and I forgot to swap them out for the pallet forks, so I didn't have a way to carry an extra pallet. So we just went ahead and got 5 pallets instead of 6. But we're gonna try to get this barley in the ground here and see how the new planter works out. Get her fired up and drop down, And away we go. So, see kind of how this goes. We got some weeds coming up in this field here, but I'm kind of hoping that with this planter we don't get too many weeds after we get going. We don't have a built-in fertilizer on this, so after we plant this field we're gonna have to come back through and fertilize, but looks like it's doing pretty decent for us so far. It is nice that I was worried about not being able to get a decent size seeder with the horsepower we have here on this tractor because of it being, pick that up there, I don't want to drive through that ditch too far. I was kind of worried about you know, having to get like a 3 or a 4 meter seeder with only having 200 horsepower in this tractor, but this one didn't require a whole lot of horsepower. The guys at the shop said it would work for us, and you know, from the looks of it so far, it's definitely working for us because cruising right along at 9 miles an hour, and should be able to knock this field out pretty quickly. I'm hoping September 2 doesn't mess us up because I really wanted to get this crop in the ground yesterday. Luckily, it dried up this morning. Oh, I did forget to tell you, we did take out a loan for this equipment. So we have a 10-year, $165,000 loan on this seeder at like 3% interest. So the goal is going to be, I kept a little bit of money in the bank. I don't think we need $80,000 in the bank. We also got paid for our contract the other month. We did get paid for that, so that money came in. But I'm thinking I'll probably pay off some of this loan. We are going to have to figure out how we're going to weed, so I don't want to throw a big chunk of money on it yet just to not have the money to buy a weeder or a sprayer. But I'm thinking if we could buy some sort of sprayer, or maybe we just contract out spraying, get somebody else to do it for us. Not 100% sure exactly how we're going to go about it yet, but I think for now we're more worried about just not having a whole lot of bills each month. We're going to have a monthly payment now, so the best thing to do would be to get rid of that as quickly as possible. But I'm going to throw you guys into another short little time lapse, and we're going to wrap up this planning here, and I will see you guys when I am finished. All right, that wraps up our barley harvest. We can pick up, turn off, and fold. We used a little over 2,000 liters of seed there. Not too bad. We're gonna have to get that field fertilized, and that'll be about it. I'm gonna pull out in front of this car because I don't feel like slamming on the brakes. And then we're gonna make him angry by creeping up the hill. But anyway, that wraps up planning of the barley, and we should be getting close to harvesting soybeans. We will definitely be mowing our grass field again in October. We need to fertilize that field. I'm going to do that today. But as far as today goes, I think this is the end of this episode. Next episode, we will fertilize our barley field that we just planted. We will probably mow the grass and hopefully be harvesting our soybeans. And that should be it for the year. We'll have to see how long all that stuff takes, but yeah, I think we're rolling right along here into fall in Iowa, and next spring should be interesting and fun, and we'll just have to see how it goes. But that's going to be it for this episode. I appreciate you guys who watched, and I hope to see you again next time. And if you liked the video, obviously leave a like, subscribe, and leave me a comment if you think there's something I should change, or if there's something you would like to see, and I will try to get right on that. But for now, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.